you know what? I'm going to fight, right? I don't care if my doctors tell me it's dangerous. They're not telling me I can't. And if they're telling me I can, I will. I'll do whatever the fuck it is I have to do to get there.
My co-host Banana cover all of the day-old Modi news because you know we can't be on that trending topic because that's just not our because everything in the South we're slow, right? We're slow rolling everything.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Joey Westside, JFA in the chat. JFA says this better not be a rerun.
It's not a rerun. It's not a rerun. I don't know why.
Every time we fucking reuse settings in OBS for a video, it like uses the thumbnail for every little aspect. Even though we changed the thumbnail, it still shows it on like Twitter and the preview of the video.
It's not OBS, it's YouTube. For some reason, YouTube is showing the thumbnail from last week. Why? I don't fucking know. I've changed it 2 or 3 times.
Who knows?
It'll probably get it cleared up after it actually goes live on the channel. Who the fuck knows? But
I don't know anything.
I don't know either.
I'm barely put my shoes on without falling over. Yeah.
Well.
Happy fucking Independence Day to all of our American freedom-loving fans out there.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for 4th of July, Riveter?
We're having a annual. I guess you kind of like a little mini family reunion. We're going to go over to cousins of mine, and we have a cookout, and we drink some good old homegrown moonshine, and try not to blow.
One thing's for certain, and 2 things are for sure. You can fucking count on Todd Christopher coming for you, and I'm coming for you.
JFA just tipped $10. Said happy 4th.
Happy Freedom Day, JFA.
Happy Freedom Day, JFA.
Yeehaw, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
See this bald eagle of justice behind me?
Bald eagle of justice. There you go.
That's the noise they make when they're about to kill.
Or breed you, one of the 2. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, might be a little horny. Freedom, American loving horny eagle.
We're going to have to do something about that sign about for donations. I don't much care for that. I'm kind of over the Todd Christopher thing. I'm going to find us a new one. I'm not for sure exactly. I'll come up with
one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure. I'm coming for you.
Exactly. Well, the problem is they came for his ass, and now he's facing 30 years in federal pen. So,
yeehaw, motherfucker! The Chris Lee saga comes to an end.
Yeah, he may
unless he slips out of the system, the firm, slippery grasp of the judicial system of America. It becomes more slippery the more money you have.
I'm afraid Mr. Chrisley may have, as they say, overplayed his damn hand.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, fucking Meemaw Chrisley was the patsy there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to talk about the Boogie versus the Gunt boxing match that's coming up. We really haven't seen anybody. We haven't really seen anybody discuss or talk about this. I don't think yet. So we thought, hey, why not? We'll climb out on that limb, see just how far we can go before we break the son of a gun. But
we're gonna punt the Gunt, as Abby Blackbird put so eloquently.
Yeah, punt the Gunt. But before we get into that, we want to kind of, I guess, signal boost a little bit for a buddy of ours.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. He came on, did a digging deeper with Banana, and he's kind of he's been out sick. I don't know exactly what's wrong with him. Maybe he has this new monkeypox. I don't know, but
here's hoping.
He hasn't been on the SFTP show for a while because he's been out sick. Got a little cough due to cold or whatever. But anyway, he put out a tweet. This was back on the 1st of July. He says, "Hey, Team YouTube, I logged in to find a copyright strike on my official artist channel for a song that was automatically published to it via the DistroKid, despite being in full possession to all the rights of it, which I have also published to Spotify under the same name. Why was this allowed?" So to kind of maybe, for the lack of a better word, explain. Let's see if I pull this up. No, okay, it's gonna cut it off. So let me switch over here to this one here.
Do the old switcheroony.
Yeah, pull this up like this. Okay, let me get to the browser.
Thank you, Abby Blackberry. She's complimenting the podcast we have. Guys, if you didn't know, we had a podcast with Nerdy John, Digging Deeper, the resurrection of Digging Deeper this week. And I kind of fumbled the beginning, but I think overall it was a pretty good show. People said they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And telling me maybe I'm a little too hard on myself. But I just want it to be entertaining for the people who are listening. That's my goal. Or not just entertaining, but maybe like as long as they enjoy it, that's what I'm happy with. Then I'm happy.
I thought you did a great job. I really did. I agree. I think you're being too hard on yourself, but
yeah.
anyway,
But if you want to see more of that stuff, share out the Digging Deeper episode and put likes on the video and comment your opinions of what you thought about the video in that video, and we will get another one up.
But anyway, he shows a link of the. This is a DMCA takedown. This was a copyright infringement takedown notice that this person did. And it says here that the video has been removed from YouTube due to a copyright takedown request. So this person took what's the way I understand it. I haven't actually had a conversation with AC, but from my understanding, what I've read is somebody is pretending to be AC, because this is one of AC's songs that he produced and he put out there. And what it is they're taking and they're filing a DMCA takedown, and they're using the name of Josh Flamenco. Anyway, now it does give him the option where he can file a counter and stuff. And I've been all through this before personally with things on this channel here, videos in the past. And the bad thing about this is that when you file a copyright takedown or you file a counter appeal or whatever, when you do that, you have to provide certain sensitive information about yourself, like your legal name,
dick size.
Yes. And listen, they actually measure you to make sure you're not fibbing on that, right?
Yeah, they get out a ruler, so you better fucking. You can't do the whole pulling the skin back and make it look bigger thing.
Yeah, and you can't holler shrinkage. You can't claim the whole shrinkage thing like George did.
Keep the room at a nice 75 degrees. Exactly. That way you can't fucking use that cold. It's cold card.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So anyway, but you have to provide your basically your name, your address, everything, right? So
yeah.
So you have to put all this stuff up, right? So this is kind of screwed
up. If you guys remember, Tommy C famously did the whole with Nicholas Diorio, P.O. Box, no docs. Exactly. So like P.O. what box. They're saying is like sign up your YouTube channel with the P.O. Box, and if you get served, then at least all they got is your name.
And so anyway, he goes on to show this is AC's official artist channel, and it shows the song there where it's underneath. He owns this song. He created this song. He produced this song, right? And anyway, so this person that has filed this takedown, of course, he reaches out to YouTube, right? And YouTube says, well, you can file a counter notice and all the bot. It's almost like I'm pretty sure it is a bot response, or if it's not a bot, it's a scripted response. It's a copy and paste type thing, whatever, right? Sure. And so anyway, our hero of the week, Willie Mac, who we had on here last week, he comments underneath this, and he. The name that is used here, he tags in flamenco, and he asks Flamenco, says, "Hey, is this you?" And of course, then Flamenco responds, "No, man, this is not me." And so, Team YouTube says, "Hey, if you're concerned about exposing your personal info, you can always use an authorized agent like an attorney. Learn more here, right?"
They're telling him to lawyer up.
Yeah, lawyer him up. And then this
Get an attorney, bitch.
And then this jackass here says, "Not for nothing, but possibly you could do something to ensure that the person who is filing the claim is actually who they say they are. Just a thought."
Who's that guy? Yeah, he's making too much sense. We need to kick him off Twitter.
Get his ass out of here. Yeet him into the next universe. And that kind of brought me around to a thought. There's always has been this. There's been people out there have been on this train of where if you're under a certain age, you shouldn't be allowed to be on YouTube, which YouTube does have, where you have to be a minimum age to have YouTube, right? But I think it needs maybe just seeing how easy, because how easy it is to file a DMC takedown without really showing any proof or having anything. It's just your word saying, "Hey, this is who I'm saying. This is who I am," and because then YouTube, because of the what is that 230? That's not, what is that thing called?
Section 230 protections. Yeah.
Section 230 protection. They have to respond. They don't have a choice, right, to keep their protection so that they themselves wouldn't face any type of legal pursuits. They have to, they take action. Whatever. The thing of it is the person who's filing the claim doesn't have to have any proof of who they say they are. They can
that's the most fucked up part. Yes. It's a one-way system. It's one-way anonymity.
I think that before a person is allowed to file any type of DMCA takedown, they should have to prove who they are with photo identification, be it a state ID, be it a passport, be it a driver's license, military ID, something of that nature. They should have to file that, and it should be on record with YouTube saying, "This is who I am," and this is because, understand something, when you file a DMCA notice
two-way docs
to somebody, that is an actual that's a legal document, and you're swearing under perjury of law that what you're saying is factual. And if so, I think YouTube really needs to step up their game.
The annoying thing is like, it's just it's a weird loophole where like people they know that they won't want to dox themselves, so they'll just fucking bait them with it and take down videos. And it's like either one, two things can happen. Either YouTube is gonna have to make it to where, like, if you want to actually submit that kind of form, you have to dox yourself to actually submit it, and the other person has to dox themselves to respond, or they'll have to fucking get rid of anonymity altogether and just bite the bullet on being yourself.
And this kind of brings us back to what we were talking about a little bit with Willie last week, and now that his video come out, and this is one thing that Willie really hammers in on his video, and I think he's 100% spot on this, is we had and I'm going to use myself into this scenario here. I think we missed a really good opportunity, because we allowed the conversation to be shifted from, here's a person who's out here filing these false copyright, and threatening false copyright takedowns, that person being Quantum, and we allowed it to shift to, oh, he said some hurtful things, or he said some things, and we wanted to make it all about, because him being bigot or anti was it homophobic or whatever, whatever label you want to apply to it or whatever. We allowed the conversation to be directed in that way. And the person,
motherfucker, you saying we, but like all these little dinguses on Twitter are the ones that like took a nuanced argument and made it black and white, tribal warfare. They're like, either you're with us or you're against us. Me.
Sure, but the thing that was too, though, and I'll say we, because, and I'm speaking for myself here. We included, because we included the tweets, the stuff that he put out on his Twitter account, and we talked about some of the stuff that he was saying in his videos before he took them down. So
Right.
We allowed it rather than saying no, stay on target. We needed.
Yeah, just say no.
Just say no. We need to stay focused on, because the problem was, and as it came to light, Ackman has some pretty shitty takes and some pretty shitty things from his own past that popped up, right? So that's the thing about it. When you start making those type of or those claims and things like that, man, your own closet needs to be clear of any skeletons, and his definitely is not clear. And so anyway,
it's the old Jordan Peterson rule: is clean your room before you go out and try to change the world, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then Nerdy John's in the chat. What's up, Nerdy John? Almost 200 subs. Let's go. He says it's like, yeah, we got a bump from that podcast. We're at 174 subscribers.
Yeah.
Woo! Road to 200.
We are very, very.
I mean, dude, look, it's like we were looking at a year like a year of doing the podcast, and we still hadn't popped to 100 subs. And now we're in second quarter of the year, and we're almost at 200. So we're outpacing our last year pretty well.
Yeah, come November will be our full year of doing it. So, we're growing and we're ecstatic. So, but yeah, YouTube does need to do better on the.
We're in third quarter. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
So anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Ooh,
little meat and taters here, little meat taters.
Good stew.
So this past week, back on actually on June the 25th, so maybe a little bit over a week now, Keemstar tweeted out.
Of course, he's involved. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, but because he's got a boxing promotion now, right?
Yeah, Creator Clash, right?
No, that was iDubbbz. His is Happy Punch, I think it's called.
Oh yeah, Happy Punch. He wasn't. I don't know. I thought he was involved with iDubbbz.
Right, and now I was reading today. I guess what's his name is a part owner of Happy Punch promotions. Sam Hyde.
Really?
Sam Hyde, the dude that iDubbbz had a big issue with, wasn't that Sam Hyde?
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so now he's Sam Hyde's Keemstar tweeted out about that.
So they're going to have a warring wrestling federation type, so it's going to be iDubbbz's Liberal Party versus the Keemstar Conservative Party.
Sure.
Wrestling federations.
Yeah. But
oh dude.
What?
Sorry. I was going to be off topic. Go ahead. I'm sorry. ADHD.
Right. So okay. So anyway, so Keem said, "Hey, just got off the phone with Boogie, and he's officially challenging the Rlaph Retort to a boxing match, right? So
hell yeah.
it's gonna be the Boogie versus the Gunt, right?
Right.
So and everybody's like, okay, is this real, or is Keem is Keem up to his shenanigans, whatever, right? Because that, people were wondering whatever, and so then 2-3 days later, something like that, I think it was. I was trolling down through my timeline and came across this Twitter video from Boogie. So let's give it a little listen here.
So I just got out of my doctor's office, and we talked about a potential roadmap to me boxing somebody. And I'll tell you what he said. I said, "Can I do this?" He said, "Well, you can." I wouldn't. If I were in your position, I absolutely wouldn't. And I asked him why, and he talked about just the potential risks of breaking a bone or damaging my back or having a heart attack, things along that lines. But I said, if I'm going to do it anyway, what do we got to do? And we put together a roadmap that involves seeing a cardiologist, getting a bone density test done, doing blood work, doing a physical, getting into the physics lab and getting in there and doing calisthenics and checking my heart rate and seeing everything that's going on there. doing a bunch of tests, losing a bunch of weight. And you know what? I'm going to fucking do all of it.
Yeah.
So we're getting the bone density test done soon, the blood work done soon. I'm seeing the cardiologist soon. I'm going to do all of it. You know, and I you know what? I'm going to fight. Right?
Yeah.
I don't care if my doctors tell me it's dangerous. They're not telling me I can't. And if they're telling me I can, I will.
Fuck yeah.
I'll do whatever the fuck it is I have to do to get there.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
Got chilled on my neck, dude.
Yeah, I know
God damn.
You said, hey, man, that really kind of pumped you up a little bit, kind of got you excited.
I know. First time I heard it, I was like, I'm gonna do some push-ups.
Yeah.
And got me fucking pumped. I hope he's not bullshitting, because that kind of attitude, damn, I hope he goes for it. I think he's serious. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
He's got to clean the diet up, though. He's got to clean the diet up, because he's not going to lose the amount of weight he needs to in that time if he doesn't eat right.
I'll tell you.
I mean, he can do all the cardio you want in the world at his big boy size. Like that stuff will fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
But if he's getting too many calories to burn ratio, it's not going to happen.
So a lot of people kind of start having speculations. Okay, so Boogie has a history. I think this is a fair statement to make. I don't think this is anything that's out of line here, right? And I'm not casting stones at Boogie here, right? Because we all, I think, at times in our lives, we all are subjected to this, or we all pull this off. We all do this, rather, I guess, right? And that is this: we enter into something with the best intentions, right? And then we wind up falling short, right? We stumble, we quit, we don't follow through with it, right? Now let's look at Boogie here recently.
Are you insinuating that Boogie might not fucking be motivated enough to get to go to completion here?
Nope, not at all.
I think that's a possibility that I'm worried about.
I don't. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I just want to cover his track record, right? But I'm going to tell you why I think this is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Boogie starts his quote weight loss journey, right? So let's dial back the hands of time just a little bit here. So Boogie does all the things that he's supposed to do to get ready to have the gastric bypass. I think that's what he went. I think he went the bypass versus the band around his stomach, right? I think that's the way I believe that's the route he went. So anyway, whatever it was he does, he did what he was supposed to do.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't know what the difference is between those two. I know like the lap band makes your stomach like really tiny.
Yeah,
but the gastric bypass, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so here's what happened. So with the band, because I'm a big guy, right? And I've had a lot of people over the years.
You've lost a lot of weight, by the way. Congrats on that.
Thanks. I'm not. It's not going off as nearly as fast as I want to, but that's a whole nother thing. It didn't get on overnight, so it's not going to go off overnight, right? So
yeah.
So here's the deal. So, and I've looked into these things, and I personally think that it's not the way for me to go. And here's why. And I think this is probably the reason why it wasn't why Boogie shouldn't have done it either.
Okay.
Is with both of these situations, what they do in one of the situations is they in the gastric bypass, they go in, and what they do is they cut out a portion of your stomach, right, to make it
oh my god.
And then what they do is they go and they put in a bypass where it bypasses basically your small intestines, and it dumps right into your large intestines. So basically what happens is that normally what happens is when you ingest food, it goes into your stomach, it mixes with acids, and then from there it exits out and goes into your small intestines, where the nutrients and things like that are more absorbed, right, to where it gets into the large intestines. There's still some absorption that goes on, but then it evacuates out through your bowels, right? Okay. So what happens when you do a gastric bypass is it bypasses these small intestines, right? So you're not absorbing as much nutrients. So therefore,
that sounds so dangerous.
It is extremely dangerous, and therefore it forces your body to devour the stored energy, i.e. the fat, right? To continue supplying the food, whatever, right? Another bad thing about it is then you're also you're constantly having to take supplements and things like that because your body is not given enough time from the food that you eat to ingest to get the type of minerals and proteins and things like that that you need, right? So it's a whole other thing. And here's the thing on either one of these, okay, so the other one, the band, what they do on there is they go in a certain point of the stomach and they put this band on there which constricts it, which reduces the size of the stomach, which means you can't eat as much. It's the less evasive of the two, but it has its own, but it also has its own issues because that band can actually slide and cause problems as well.
I learned something new today.
Okay.
Let me read some of these comments real quick. I know Joey Westside says, I know it won't happen, but I really want Boogie to KO the Gunt.
I agree. Yeah.
Let's see. Death Chicken says, no one can face the Ralph male. Ralph will never go through with it. He'll have to get blood tests and they'll find his AIDS.
Jesus, Death Chicken.
Joey Westside says Castle Doctrine, which is a reference to
when Frank Castle showed up at Boogie's house. Yeah.
Frank Castle showed up at Boogie's house. And then, guys, feel free to call in today. We have the phones are open, so you can get in the waiting to call, and we'll pull you in. And if you won't have something to say, go ahead.
So anyway, so the whole thing with either one of those two scenarios, if you don't get your head right beforehand, and you don't say, okay, I gotta
kill yourself.
I've got to adjust. I've got to adjust what I eat. I've got to adjust my mindset as far as physical activity and exercise. So if you don't adjust your mind to get to a different way of thinking, then you think, well, I can still eat these double cheeseburgers with an extra order of fries and a 4-gallon milkshake and everything's good because I've had this surgery, and that's not the case at all, right? That's not what happens. So
I used to be very rude about people with eating problems until I quit smoking and quit doing nicotine altogether. And then I started supplanting it with just eating really shitty food all the time. I blew up, dude. And I was just okay. I was so I was just have my one, and I was being kind of ignorant.
When I was smoking, I was a lot slimmer, right? I could buy off the rack at Walmart, right? But then I quit smoking, and not only that, but me and my wife were expecting our first child. And so I think instead of my wife putting on the baby pounds, I actually because
you put on that sympathy weight.
Yeah. I had the sympathy weight, and then of course the not smoking, right? So you still had that, and I know this is going to be clipped completely, totally out of proportion, and totally make me look like an ass, but it is what it is. You still have an oral fixation because of the smoking, right?
Yeah. Now you want cocks instead of cigarettes. You suck all the dicks in the world.
Anyway,
you just have this addiction to sucking so much dick.
Exactly. The problem was when Boogie had this done, he lost a lot of weight. But then he had the whole thing happen with Frank, the pandemic hit, and all this other stuff, right? And there's a lot of things that you can throw in there and say, okay, well, there are excuses for why this, that, whatever else, right?
Right.
But then he put a lot of the weight back on, right? He shot back up from where he had gotten down to. So anyway, argument could be made that maybe Boogie really wasn't mentally where he needed to be before he had the surgery, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a willpower thing, and it's it's also I guess kind of a mental health thing. The journey is within, young one. No, but it sounds really lame to say that, but really that's most of the battle is from within. It's once you can conquer all the little demons you got going on in your brain that are causing you to not have control over your cravings and addictions. It's that's when you're okay, and you can use your willpower to get in the gym and do extreme cardio or something, whatever you want to do, to turn it around.
Sure.
But honestly, I think I really am rooting for Boogie here. I think he needs to have this win. I think he needs this, as a life goal, as as something to help him feel accomplished.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's one of the most famous content creators ever, but for him, I think he needs this victory. You know what I mean? So, and I hope he doesn't rob himself of this victory.
Okay, so you asked me, did I think, with all that being said, and kind of a little bit of a backstory there, do I think Boogie is not going to have what it takes to see this to the finish line, right? That was what you asked me, right? Did I think?
Right.
That, okay.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I think 100%, I think Boogie is going to be there for the boxing match. Now, I does not mean that Boogie is going to lose a lot of weight like the doctor wants him to. That doesn't mean that Boogie is going to get into the type of cardio that best cardio shape that he could under the circumstances. That doesn't mean that either. That also doesn't mean that he's going to get trained to the point where he needs to be to physically have the stamina to compete in this type of
endurance. A lot of it's cardio and endurance. Yeah.
So that being said, I think here's why, but I think he's going to do it. My personal thoughts on this is I think Boogie's going to do this for the wrong reasons once again, right? Because I think it arguably can be made, and I'm going to make this argument, that Boogie does a lot of things that are not necessarily the wrong. I'm not saying they're the wrong things to do, but he does them for the wrong reasons, right? There's a difference. Yeah. There's a difference for doing things because this is the right thing to do, and I'm doing it for the right reasons, and doing something because, yeah, it might not be a bad thing to do, but I'm doing it for the wrong reasons, okay? Now, here's the thing that Boogie has been kind of going on about here for quite the last little period of time here, probably the last 8 months, well, maybe a little bit more.
Before we transition to that point, do you want to take the caller?
We got a caller? Sure. We
got a new caller.
Okay, bring the caller in. That's fine.
All right. Hey, Griffin, you are on the air. Welcome to the show.
Hello, I am new to this podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
I can just talk about anything, or
were you watching the show?
Well, we would prefer to talk kind of about what we're talking about, but if you've got something, that's fine.
Yeah, because I had a topic that is completely unrelated to the Ethan Rlaph thing.
Shoot it. Shoot.
So I've been doing this thing. I've been bored. I've decided to go on WhatsApp and troll a bunch of these bots. It's been really weird. They all keep asking me for like money, but it's like insane amounts of money, and they know I like reveal my age but nothing else about me, and they still like want like $20 to $50. So it's like, what the fuck? So I'm just sitting. So like, I don't know. Like, should I just give up my the whole thing, or should I just? I don't know.
Oh, you like scam baiting? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm doing, because I know most of them end up asking for money and stuff, and it's like they always ask for money for like shit you can just like buy, like without.
Hey, Griffin. Next time, listen to the topic. Have a good day. Horrible call. All right, if you want a lesson in what not to do, that is exactly what not to do. My God.
Okay, so I think Boogie's going to do this, but I think he's going to do this for all the wrong reasons. And I think the reason why he's doing this is Boogie is under the assumption that he's dying, right? That his channel's dying. His star, if you will, is waning. It's losing its glow. And all that might be true. It might very well be, because, you know, this is not 2014-15. He's not the fat dude, Francis, screaming, you know, who drunk my Mountain Dew? So, and that's what was his claim to fame. That's where, he got big. But nowadays, the atmosphere that is YouTube doesn't support that type of content anymore, right? So Boogie feels like he can't make that type of content because it will get squashed, and that it won't be received because he can't do the stupid things that he used to do with the Francis character. The Francis character was also kind of got tied into his now ex-wife, and I think it may be a little bit of a tough thing for him to try to do, to carry on that character, just from the personal things or whatever. But anyway, I think he's going to do this.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the fucking call. What was he talking about with fucking scam baiting and shit?
Okay, so here's the thing on that deal. If we're going to go down that road, fine, we'll go down that road for a little bit here. I will indulge you, okay?
I'm sorry, I know.
Your ADHD is kicking over there. I get it.
I'm just like, my brain is just dead from that.
I don't know if Griffith is still there listening, but here's what I would tell you. if you're going to do anything like that, if you're going to do the whole, meme
Gotta be
or,
funny.
or whatever on these scam betas, whatever, that's cool. That's whatever, dude. But my question is to what is your end? Where's your destination?
Gotta have a punchline.
Where is it that you want to go? Right. So are you recording this stuff? Right? Have you got some way to screen cap this so that you can make content out of it, so that you can make fun of these people? If that's what your game is,
Yeah,
and your thing,
you had the hook. He had the hook.
Yes,
the hook is
good.
you're going on to WhatsApp. It's like, okay, it's not really a unique premise, but it's something that caught my interest. Like, okay, where's he going with this? Where's he going? Nothing, completely nothing. He's like, where do I go now? So you got to have you're like step A through B and C. You got to complete it.
There's people out there that go after the fake tech support calls and stuff and things like that, and go after them all the time, and that's fine. That's there's a lot of those videos I watch every now and then, because from a technology side of things, is because that's what I do for a living. Watching these people get in there and getting access to their CCTV and getting access to their voice, their VoIP phone systems, and getting in there and screwing with these people and getting their getting and helping people get their money back and things. That's all good things, and I enjoy it, and I think it's good. So, if you're going to go into doing things like that, that's cool, but you've got to find a way to capture it. You got to find a way to make it entertaining, and you got to find a way to put it out there, because there is a market for that. There is people out there.
I love Kit Boga.
So
Seth said in chat, Kit Boga is an interesting one. I love Kit Boga.
There's another one.
Hilarious.
He's actually from UK.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but
he's more serious though. He's not like funny.
No, he's not funny. This guy's serious. He did a big thing with the BBC over there, where they actually went in and he tries to get them locked up. I mean, he wants to put into
by the Indian government.
Yeah. He doesn't play. But he actually partnered up with Mark Rober, the glitter bomb dude, and they actually sent some things to some of those Indian phone bank centers and things and stuff, like some cockroaches and some other stuff, fart bombs and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny stuff. But anyway, let's segue back over to
let's get back into the top. I just had to like get that out of my head, because it's like, what the fuck just happened? It's like if I called the Tommy show and I was like, hey Tommy, I just went to the Dairy Queen and I asked them for a salad. Wasn't that crazy?
And that's when you would get blown up and we'd see the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, I was tame compared to what Tommy would have done. Good night. I believe in Griffith though. He'll come back with a better premise, and he'll mine it out. He'll mine the premise out for a bit, and he'll get there. Well, we believe in you. Come back. Call back.
I feel Boogie will pursue this. I don't think he's going to get where he needs to be physically, nor will he really get where he needs to be mentally. But I think he's going to do this out of sheer desperation, because I feel like, just from listening to what he says, at times he feels like his back is against the wall, and that he is he's in some dire needs for some cash infusion, right?
I believe him when he's talking here. Like, I feel like he's motivated. I hope he doesn't, because the problem that's going to happen for Boogie is he's going to get halfway through, and then at one point he's going to hit the wall. Everybody hits the wall when it comes to physical exercise or like dieting or lifestyle change. Yeah. You're going to hit the fucking depression wall, and you're going to be like, you're going to get burned out. And so when he gets there, I hope he perseveres.
And the thing about it is here's the thing too. You got to remember, he stands to make a substantial amount of money from this, right? If he does it right? If the marketing's right, he can do some t-shirt sales, which we may get into some t-shirt situations. We may not. I'm not for sure exactly how I'm going to deal with this yet. But I just don't know if he's going to be mentally and physically where he needs to be when he steps in that ring. And my biggest thing is, one thing I can guarantee you it will be entertaining. If Ethan,
that's for sure.
If the Gunt actually shows up, which that's debatable, right? Because he doesn't have the best track record for showing up for things like that. But since we brought the Gunt up, so the Gunt says, put out a tweet where he what do you call this? Quote tweeting, right? That's what you guys call this, quote
Yeah,
tweeting?
quote
I'm
tweeting.
trying to learn some of the terminology because evidently there's different things, and Banana has been gracious enough to teach the boomer here different things when it comes to this whole online things. But anyway, so Ethan says this fucking head case has been begging to get me put out of his misery. Been begging to get put out of his misery for years. Now he's challenging me to a boxing match. I accept. We'll see if he makes it to the ring. Well, Gunt, listen, you're 0-2 from where was it he went down to?
Brazil.
No,
You went to Brazil.
No, it wasn't Brazil. It was
Portugal.
Portugal. Yeah, he went down to Portugal, and the first time he went down there, the Portuguese people just stomped his ass and made him look
They
a fool.
fucked him up.
And then the second time he was down there, he had some people, I guess, followed him down there from, I think they were from maybe the UK or something.
Yeah, the British guys fighting.
And they stomped his ass.
That was a good Tommy stream. I really liked that stream.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah,
it was really funny.
So,
well, here's the problem with Rlaph. If we're speaking seriously, I think Rlaph is dumb enough, and he has the arrogance to not consider Boogie's real determination here. Like I said, Boogie has this in the fucking bag. If he can, because I like when I'm hearing him talk, I get fired up. I'm like,
sure,
fuck yeah,
sure.
let's do an hour of cardio. Let's fucking do it. And it's just like, if Boogie can pull this off, like he has it in the bag, because I think Ralph's sleeping on Boogie hard.
Okay, so here's where we have to have a conversation, I think, about the psychological side of these, right? There's most definitely 100%, there's a physical attribute about boxing, but there's also a psychological, right? And the thing about it is when it comes to psychological, right, warfare, that is part of boxing, Boogie is not psychologically tough. He's very, very weak. He's fragile. He is like porcelain china fragile. And a lot of this stems from his traumatic childhood growing up, right? And how he was abused, and so you know, I'm afraid what's going to happen is that when Boogie, because I 100% believe Boogie will step into the ring. I 100% believe. I believe that even though his doctors are giving him the advice not to do this, I believe that he's going to do this, like I say, because he feels like he has to. For the monetary side of things, also for the type of...
I don't think it's about money. I don't think it's about money.
I don't think that it's not about money for a second, dude. I'm telling you, I don't know how much of Boogie's content you've consumed in recent months.
I don't watch him.
Okay.
No.
I do. And it's, you know, he talks about money a lot because of what it cost him for that legal battle that he just went through.
Ah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he had
now he's a felon.
Yes, and now he's a convicted felon. But anyway, he's I think, like I said, I 100% think he'll make it into the ring. I don't know if he's going to be mentally strong enough to handle the actual boxing match itself, though. Right? I mean, the question is this: is if the Gunt shows up and gets into the ring, and he comes snorting out of there like a raging bull, and he gets a shot in and hits Boogie inside of the head or something, right? Is Boogie going to just crumple? Because I don't know if Boogie has the mental toughness to actually take a punch.
I don't know. I think we haven't seen a side of Boogie that's the fighting side of Boogie, and I'm quite we haven't seen it. So like I feel like Boogie's crazy enough to get in shape, at least in shape enough, not relative to other people, but like relative to the fight he's going to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like he'll just fucking snap and go berserk on Rlaph. And Rlaph, listen, I don't think he has any power behind his punches. That dude has like zero muscle mass. He just has a huge gut. Like he could fall on Boogie and fucking roll around.
I understand, and I don't
belly slam him from the top rope, you know.
But if you get that much mass moving, it can do some damage. Now it may not do as much damage, right, as say somebody that's defying and got good muscle definition and so forth. I don't argue that, but it's still
Right.
But let's just be honest. Neither one of these two are like prime specimen.
All right, so I've got something for you.
Yeah.
Griffin says that he listened to the show.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have a take on topic. Do you want to give him another chance? Second chance? Give him a second chance. And we'll see if he can recover from the absolute.
Listen, I'm all about second chances. So let's give Griffin a second chance here.
Griffin, you are back on the air. We're giving you. Oh, he's deafened. Undeafened, dude. You're blowing it right now. Griffin. Oh my God. We gave him a second chance and he's deafened. Hello?
All right.
Hello? All right. We're giving you a second chance. Don't blow it. You got something good?
I am fully under the belief that either it's going to end in a draw, or Ralph is going to get tanked for like the third time. I mean, I haven't seen Boogie fight all that much. I've seen Ralph fight, and he got his ass kicked like every single time. I mean, I know it's street fighting, and it was an unfair advantage, but I really don't see Ralph being able to do really much in the ring.
I agree.
I'm just going off of what I've seen on the internet, not really, because of course I don't think they've ever boxed ever, unless Boogie has. I don't know, but I definitely do not believe that Ralph is going to win.
Paul?
I think the only thing Boogie has ever boxed is maybe ripped into a box of ho-hos or ding-dongs or Twinkies. That's about it. Okay. And I can say that as a an obese man of the South. Don't fuck with our ding-dongs or our Twinkies, right?
Take his Mountain Dew away, you're going to get hurt.
Mountain Dew away from him, right?
That's like a death sentence.
Yeah, so Ralph...
I smell it on your breath.
I would say this. I think Ralph has more. I'm not going to say that he's necessarily a coward, because he doesn't. He's too stupid to be a coward, right? He's
not a coward, but he's an idiot. He just picks every fight.
He's an idiot because he wouldn't know if he was in a situation where this is a bad situation. I could really get hurt. He's not smart enough to know that, right? So he's too stupid to. So, and here's the thing about it. I think that if Boogie, I know Boogie has a lot of rage built up in him, right? And if there's some way for him to channel that rage, and deliver it into a punch, I think he probably could knock the shit out of Ethan, and I think Ethan would crumble like a little bitch. Here's what I
think is going to happen, and it might not. This is what I hope happens for Boogie's sake. Some guys, whenever they're like deeply traumatized or some kind of past, whatever, they start or exercising and they never tried before. They go ham as a motherfucker. Yeah. And they get buff as shit. And and they used to be big boys, like massively obese. Yeah. Like I've seen guys like that in the gym. They have like the folds and shit from being that big, but they're fucking jacked. Yeah. So it's like, that would be really cool if you see Boogie find out to channel his demons and shit and 100%. Get all buff and then beat the absolute fuck out of Ethan Ralph. 100%. That would be amazing. That would be like the most, you break the internet.
That would be probably the biggest thing to happen in 2022 unless something else happens, or at least internet wise.
You know what? I think we need this too. Not only Boogie, I think the world needs this. I think the world needs to see Boogie redeem himself in a way that no one has truly ever seen, because frankly, we've had enough bullshit to deal with this year.
And here's something else too. I'm going to say this, right? I think that now that Ralph has publicly accepted this challenge, right, which he did on Twitter, he said, "Hey, let's do this," right? I don't think Ralph can back away from this one, because it would be too much of a blow to his friend.
He's already down too. And JFA says in the chat, all we got is Hostess knockoff treats in the north. Aren't those tasty cakes in the north? We got those down here now too. The tasty cakes aren't bad. I wouldn't knock those. I think some of those are better than that carrot cake. That carrot cake one?
Yeah, but you can't get the old fashioned ding dongs. They don't make them anymore. You just can't get them.
No.
They had them wrapped in aluminum foil. It was a good thing.
And they had like fucking tons of chemicals that would make you infertile and fucking pee glow in the dark and shit.
Exactly. You can't get it.
Radium fucking ding dongs, dude. Now your ding dong is full of radium.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Thanks for the call, Griffin.
Thanks for the call.
Of course.
You redeemed yourself. See you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah.
All right. So, Anyway, so to reply
Yeah, literally not. Abby Blackwood says, "Knock on wood." Good one.
So Revenge of the Nerds ending, yeah. So Boogie,
Good ending.
Boogie puts out this tweet. He says, "Let's make it official, shall we, Ethan and Ralph? P.S. If you got clips and info to help me build a takedown video on Ethan and Ralph, focusing on how long he spent riding my dick on his show, send them." So now he's putting out.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
Putting out, he's putting out there that and I know that Boogie and Ethan have a long line, or whatever we call it, a long history.
Sordid history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
look at this fucking idiot. Do you have this on screen? This is so stupid.
I'm gonna bring this up here. So then somebody, I don't know who this person is. Their user
give him a shout out.
Is Percepity.
Yes.
Anyway, he
Twitter
says
account.
Boogie can't handle the smoking gun technique. So let's take a look.
Smoking gun technique.
Let me get this audio up here.
Yeah, let me see some of this shadow boxing.
This may actually get us claimed on the audio. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
Shit, but it's just too fun.
Too good.
Worst is your fucking face, bitch.
That's just fuck, boys.
That's his foot. Got the man. Can we take a moment to appreciate the Ralph Lauren shirt? The fucking Ralph shirt. He's wearing fucking dickhead. I knew he put that on. He's like, yeah, this is hilarious.
I'm an old man, and everybody thinks I don't know. I think I might be. Let's see. I think Boogie's in his early 40s. I think maybe.
I think he was like 43.
Yeah, like I said, his early 40s. I think I'm about 10 years or so older than Boogie, right? And I can remember back that far, at least. I can't go much past 10 years ago, but I can at least remember back that far. When I was in my 40s, I still felt like I was Superman. I felt like I was invincible, right? That I could take on the world and stuff, right?
Yeah, you're fucking crazy when you're. Yeah. Oh wait, 40s?
In the 40s, yeah. You still.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't feel like I can take on the world. I'm pretty tired. I'm 26 and I'm beaten up. Yeah.
Well, you are. I mean, you look.
Maybe go get some testosterone. That way I can get more jacked. I have to steal it from. Shake down some poor transgender youth for their TRT.
You look like you're in your 40s, though. If I'm honest with you.
No, I do. It's that fucking aging.
You know what it is, dude? You've been rode hard and put up wet.
There you go.
You have been rode hard and put up wet.
Yeah.
So
that's why I need to get wife number 2 and make myself look even more mature.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a crazy woman.
Yeah, you need to do the Keemstar route, right? Get you a girl from the 20s. So.
No. No.
Okay, so anyway, so Boogie, a couple of days
I like him older than me.
You like him older than you?
Just saying.
So
yeah.
A couple of days ago, Boogie put out this video, and we're going to watch part of the video. I don't want to watch like all of it or whatever because.
The fuck is a pomegranate?
A pomegranate? It's a fruit.
I know. I'm just being silly.
Oh, okay. All right.
It has a bunch of seeds. Isn't that one that fucking like it looks like a tomato?
Has a little red, look like a little red. What they call them, boba balls or whatever the hell they're called. But
I've never eaten a pomegranate, but I've had like pomegranate fucking juice and the pom juice. That's pretty good. It's tasty.
That's good stuff, man.
Tasty stuff. You know what isn't good though? That fucking I tried kombucha the other day, dude. Who actually drinks that shit unironically? Like it fucking I drank it and then like literally like 30 minutes or an hour later I had like the most severe diarrhea I've ever had.
Well, that's why.
It just blew out my colon. Yeah.
It's colon blow 4000, man, in liquid form.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Like it tastes like apple cider vinegar too. It's like who drinks this? What are the health benefits other than just being sick for a day? It's fucking stupid.
It's bowel health. It's to help.
Oh, fucking Death Chicken, resident Chad in the chat's like, bro, kombucha's actually pretty good. You know what? Actually, I'm like a health guru. I'm like a fucking Giga Chad. My fucking chest is like the size of like a fucking truck. And I drink kombucha on a daily basis. I also take provitamins and probiotics and Yeah, okay, we get it. You're healthy and cool, dude. Congrats.
So anyway, Boogie put out it's about a 7-minute video, and addressing this and stuff, and I just want to listen to a little part of it, whatever. I don't want to, because you could love the guy, you could hate the guy. That's your call. I'm not going to sit here and stand for Boogie and say whatever, and I'm not going to sit here and shit all over Boogie either. I think he's a fellow Arkansan, and so I respect what he's trying to do. I'm like you, man. I hope that I hope this motivates.
I just hear it in his voice. I don't know what it is. I've never, like, every time I hear him talk shit, I'm like, bullshit. And then I hear this video, and I don't know why, but this one really like got a fire in her ass. I'm like,
he definitely had. It was like kind of like his balls had dropped a little bit, And it
gave his balls a tug. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just maybe he's finally gotten to a point in his life where he's tired of being perceived as being this wishy-washy, person.
No, he needs to take a stand. He needs to stand up for himself. Boogie, if you're watching this, you better not fucking give up. You better go all the way, dude.
100%.
We're all counting on you to beat the shit out of Rlaph.
Yeah,
all right.
One thing I can definitely say is there's no part of me pulling for the Gunt.
No.
Part of me pulling for the Gunt.
I'm like peripherally familiar with Rlaph, and I just don't. He's so dislikable. He's the best heel I've ever seen in my life.
What little I have seen of the Gunt, to me, there was nothing redeeming about the man. Zero. At least with Boogie, I think there's a lot of redeeming qualities about Boogie. I don't agree with him on about, I want to say 80% of his takes, but I think deep down Boogie is a decent human being. And just because he and I don't agree on things doesn't mean he's a bad person. I think the Gunt is a bad person. I don't think there's anything redeeming about the man.
I don't know.
So,
prison changed him is what.
Prison change. Who, Gunt?
He got turned out. Did he get turned out?
the Gunt or Boogie? Which one do you think changed, Abby? Because they both went to jail. So
did he do a stint? Did Boogie do a stint?
Well, it was just like overnight type thing, or it wasn't like a long, lengthy period of time or anything like that. But yeah, the whole discharging a weapon. Yeah, he had to go through processing and all that. So I don't think it was like a real long time.
If I see Boogie give up, I will never watch his shit again. And that's just my personal.
Abby says Boogie dropped the soap and it changed his world.
He got turned out. Pull your pocket out. Turn out your pocket.
Oh, he got pink socked.
There you go.
So here we go. Let's listen to a little bit what Boogie has to say here.
So I was on a phone call with Keemstar the other day, and he informed me that there was no way he was going to let me fight Sam Hyde, which sucks. Honestly, I didn't have much of a personal vendetta against Sam Hyde.
You're getting murdered.
So it's not a huge loss.
Yeah.
Especially since he's like a foot taller
literally,
than me, half my age, professionally trained, and was going to murder me. But Keem said he was still proud of my work, and he still wanted to help me fight and wanted to see me keep going. So he asked me who I wanted to fight. And a few ideas popped into my head. Rich from Review Tech USA, Airsoft Fatty.
That's actually a good one.
Then I figured it out, boys. Some people are going to naturally assume I'm talking about Frank Hassel here, but let me make it very clear. That man is so far beneath me, I wouldn't shit on him to save my own life, okay?
Oh, come on, that's
human garbage. Yeah. Do your own research. Look at the things that man has actually done. Look at the things he's been recently accused of. I will never give him my platform any other time other than this, much less work with him and step in a ring with him. Fuck that guy. But there is someone who is Frank adjacent, the person who originally put me on a podcast with that guy, and every time this guy said something awful and abusive and terrible, the fat bastard sat there and laughed at it, okay? And obviously I'm talking about the Gunt Ethan Rlaph. I know Ethan Rlaph seems like an easy target because he's
he looked like a fucking curled up infant
and out of shape and hated on the internet, and so am I. I am all of those things as well, so it's pretty much a perfect match. And there are a lot of reasons to hate Ethan Rlaph, and a lot of people do. But you know what? I'm not going to talk about any of those in those videos. Maybe we'll make a takedown video about him at some point to show you really why anybody should want me to beat his ass. But let me tell you why personal reasons. Obviously, as I mentioned, he's the reason the entire Frank Hassel situation happened to begin with. He's the reason I'm a felon because I was put in that situation to begin with and didn't know what.
Pause. Dutch Chicken says, I don't have a personal vendetta against Sam Hyde. Does he realize Frank Hassel is an underling of Hyde? Abby Blackbird says, yeah, Sam hasn't been only eating gorditas for half of his life. Bro, Sam is ripped. Sam is fucking jacked. Yes, By the way, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if you heard me because I was talking over the video. But if he fought Sam Hyde, Sam would literally murder him. Like, and JFA says, but you were thinking about shooting him in reference to Frank Hassel. I got to pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I want to just say this. Boogie, you're wrong. You're not a felon because of Frank Hassel or Ethan Ralph. That lays squarely on you, bud. You decided, just because a person does something doesn't mean that you had to do what you did. You 100% could have stayed in your house, called law enforcement, let law enforcement come and take care of the situation. You stepped outside. You wanted to be a tough guy. You thought you were John Wayne, and that's why you're a felon. Okay. Other than the rest of what he said, I don't really have a problem with it. But you really, this is some of the. You just need to take and accept responsibility for your actions. That's on you, bud. Sorry. I don't know how else to put that.
What the hell to do? Ethan is the person that put us on a podcast together, that encouraged Frank Hassel. I put that entirely on Ethan's shoulders, period. But did you ever...
Okay, but if I remember that correctly, I don't believe anybody was holding a gun to your head. You could have just hung up and not have actually ever talked to Sam Hyde, even though he had been harassing you way before ever being on that podcast. But whatever.
Ever hear the rumor that my wife cheated on me? That was Ethan Ralph. Did you ever hear that my ex-wife got blacked and I was a cuck? That was Ethan Ralph. That all started with him. Did you hear rumors that I wanted my fans to pay for a Tesla? Did you hear rumors that I was abusive to children? Did you hear rumors about me at all? Those were either started on Ethan Ralph's show or perpetuated over and over, turned into memes and laughing points on his show that he would routinely do going back all the way to 2016. And I got archive footage of this for my takedown video. Ethan Ralph has had a vendetta against me since the beginning. He's been riding my dick since 2016. He's been riding my dick more than any sugar baby or hooker ever did, I can tell you that. Not to mention...
He's got such tiny little hands. I just realized Boogie has like the smallest hands.
Yeah. I'll just say
very
this.
Tiny.
It's obvious, I think it's, or at least it is to me anyway, that Boogie really has some pinned up frustration or, with Frank or with.
It depends on the ounces of gloves, by the way. His hands look really tiny.
But I think if he's able to take this pinned up frustration that he has towards the Gunt, and he's able to do something, the thing that and I don't want this to be morbid or whatever, but if he gets medical clearance to fight, right? Because that's another thing that has to happen too, right? What happens if Boogie gets in there and halfway through the first round he kills over with a heart attack or some shit?
Then he dies with dignity.
He dies with dignity.
I don't know. No, because it'll be a locale boxing event for YouTube creators. I don't know. It's just it depends. It really depends on what happens.
Yeah.
How this whole thing is perceived publicly, how serious both of them take it. If like the thing that like I don't want to see, and I probably will see, but I'm being optimistic here because I'm usually jaded and fucking morose, is I want to see Boogie give a shit, and I want to see Ralph get his ass beat, because I don't think Ralph's going to give a shit and actually stop drinking or smoking to do the cardio or anything like that. The internet disagrees, dies with dignity, JFA says.
Yeah.
But
all right. So anyway,
he'll reclaim his manhood. No.
Reclaim his man. Okay. Anyway, I think that pretty much sums it up. I hope, I'm like you, I hope this
if we have anyone that wants to call, do it now.
Yeah, call in now. I do hope this does motivate. I hope this incentivizes Boogie to take it to another degree, right? That he gets him to take it to whole nother notch, right? To step up a game yet one more, and I hope that happens. And if it does, good on Boogie, right? I hope that happens.
Oh my, wait.
Well,
Ethan Ralph is 36 years old?
yeah,
You're kidding.
no, I think,
And he looks like that?
well, let's just take a quick look here. Let's see what we can find out here.
That video you showed, he's white hair.
Ethan Ralph, but that don't mean nothing. Hell, I was white-headed in when I was like 19.
I have no
old,
hair, to be
dude.
fair. Yeah. He looks rough for 30. Oh my God.
Okay, so according to the internet, let's see here. How old is Boogie?
Oh, he
tonight?
dyed it blonde or something.
He's 47 years old. Boogie is 47 years old. So,
Nerdy John says Ralph will be dead in 5 years at least.
well, if he keeps living the lifestyle he's living,
Speaking of Nerdy John, you're on the air.
Oh, Nerdy John's here.
Yo,
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
dude, even Ralph's gonna be dead in 5 years, and in those 5 years, he's never gonna see his kid.
Oh shit.
Now, see, I don't know anything in the lore about Ethan Ralph because I don't know much about him other than, like I said, I know he went down to Portugal and kept getting his ass kicked, and then I know he had like some sort of big celebration or party or something over there in Texas somewhere, right? And someone
You went to
Yeah.
Texas?
he had like a birthday party or something, right?
Yeah, he was in your neck of the woods.
Ban him from my state immediately.
And didn't he get punched or something? Didn't someone deck
He
him
got
at
punched.
His, at his
Yeah.
own birthday party. Yeah, someone
In
punched him.
Texas? Why does that not surprise me?
Because you guys are a bunch of out.
You should have had me as like a citizen journalist. I would have gone and fucking
No, he
Yeah.
would have thought you were like a flamenco groiper.
Are
or
you a
something.
flamenco sport? Oh, you're just a book incel. He just tries to
Yeah.
fucking swing on me. Bro, I wish he would try to swing on me. I'll fucking knock him out.
Yeah, dude, there were leaked messages from Ralph, and like he admits that like he's vomiting up like black liquid.
Amazing.
God.
Stomach bile. Isn't that stomach bile? Isn't it stomach?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know why Dick Masterson even talks because he's a low-cal deaf chicken. That's why he's a content. He's a content machine. Even if like he's cringe, he gets eyes and ears because
As
everyone wants to
soon-
look and see what he's doing.
As soon as Dick Masterson makes fun of him, though, ties will be cut, and he's gonna like, "I never liked you anyway, Dick Masterson.
It's
You're
amazing.
an F-slur."
You're an F-slur.
Well, I don't know anything about. Like I said, what little I seen, I was not impressed with Ethan Ralph.
No.
I know he's a crybaby. I know he cries on stream like a little baby.
Because his daddy Medicare didn't acknowledge him.
Mr.
And
Medicare.
evidently, he rages out if you shake a pill bottle. That pisses him off.
Seriously? Does he have
Because it's
autism?
not true. It's not true.
No, it's something about like him being a pill head or something, isn't it, Nerdy? Isn't that something?
Oh, night.
Yeah, because he's either high, drunk, or a mix of both when he's on stream.
Oh, okay.
Miss Abby Blackbird says people with childhood trauma like that aren't often ones to take responsibility. Often they feel the world did them wrong, but being a perpetual victim is a miserable existence. Exactly. That's the shit. Like, I know we're all joking around here and stuff, but Abby Blackbird just nailed it on the head. People who have had hard life or stuff like that, the ones that don't succeed are the ones that constantly go, why did this happen to me? And the world should pay me as a result, or I should be treated like, or taken care of. And it's like, instead of actually working hard and like overcoming the fucking shit that happened to you, it's like, that's why nobody like, and the sad part about it is even if some fucked up shit did happen to you as a kid, no one cares when you're an adult, dude, especially if you're a guy. No one gives a solid fuck. So
Yeah.
you might as well deal with it and get over it now and use it to fucking better yourself.
My prediction for the fight, what's going to happen is, it's going to take one punch for Boogie to knock out Ralph. But since he had to exert himself for one punch, he'll have a heart attack and die right there.
That's probably not a bad. That's probably not a bad.
They both kill each other with like a cross punch to the jaw. And fucking fall over. They have a
Boogie has a heart attack, falls on top of the Gunt and smothers him.
I mean, it suffocates him to death. They can't pull Boogie off in time because he weighs too much. and they both die.
No. The fatness like forms into its own sentient being.
Oh, shit.
It's like that blob game. Was it Inside?
Yeah.
The amorphous blob that fucking just becomes sentient and starts consuming everyone at the fucking fight. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then it like takes over the world. Yeah. Biomass.
I'm sure Banana's aware, but like, just be careful about the Ralph content, because like that's a good way of getting yourself swatted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by Ralph fans?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Or
Ralph
by
fans,
Ralph himself.
please don't. please. Just giggle. That's all. Don't hold our channel hostage.
So, well, Banana, or Nerdy, what else is going on with you?
Well, apparently I was supposed to have a debate today, but the prestigious gentleman that I was supposed to debate, didn't work with his busy schedule.
Yeah.
Did he puss out?
Well, okay. So, just to kind of give the audience kind of what's heads up, there is a content creator by the name of Lord Triton.
Isn't that the Goku fucking anime pic?
Yeah.
It's not technically Goku. It's the fucking the copy of Goku from like Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, you're thinking of his Discord profile picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually Goku. It's the one with the ring in his ear. Isn't that like an arc in Dragon Ball Super?
Goku Black. That's Goku Black. That's his profile picture.
Yeah. So he's a giant nerd.
Yeah. So anyway,
I know that. I'm a nerd. I watch Dragon Ball, but I'm not as nerdy.
Dang.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I watch anime.
Any of you guys are talking about. I don't whatever.
Dude, Dragon Ball Super is really good.
Okay,
it's really good.
You two need to go touch some fucking grass or something.
I touch grass every goddamn day.
But anyway,
Every goddamn day.
But anyway, he I guess he Nerdy had a little segment, and it was like maybe a 10-second segment where he was kind of busting Triton's balls a little bit. And then Triton put out a tweet kind of calling out Nerdy John because he said he wasn't making these 30-minute videos on his phone or whatever. And so I reached out because I thought it might be something entertaining for us to listen to, and invited them both onto the show to kind of air out their grievances, as it were. But evidently, Lord Triton can't do afternoons. I don't know if he's working or if that's when he takes his naps.
Takes his siesta from working in the sun all day, not watching anime inside with the lights off with fucking tinfoil over his windows.
I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know why, but he couldn't do the afternoons or whatever. But anyway,
Lord Triton, we'll get you into the gym and we will make you a Giga Chad. I will personally get you to squatting 200 below parallel.
I mean, we can't do anything about the list, but
no, we can't do anything about that. We'll have to cut your tongue off or something. Give you like an artificial tongue. It's tinier because your fucking tongue's too big it fits over the sides of your fucking teeth.
Did you see what Abby says in the chat?
I know what she's saying.
She says, "Peepaw pulling a Matt Pitt." It's for the content, bro.
Content, bro. It is for the content. Yeah. These people, like, we didn't force Lord Triton to put an anime picture on his fucking profile, come online and start being a dingus.
Hey,
actually, I don't really know it.
Yeah.
JFA says he's not working. He is. Hold on, pause. JFA says he's not working. He is too disabled. I'm not joking. If he is disabled, then oh well. Darn. So there goes the fucking squatting 200, thing. That's gonna be fun.
Well,
squat. He can squat with his arms. There we go.
Can you squat in a chair? You can do incline bench press, right? Just give him a barbell and hopefully he doesn't choke himself out.
Listen, I won't rip on anybody because of, if they're disabled or whatever. I mean, I look at people like
I don't know the guy. I'm just joking.
I don't know either. When you look at people like Ricky Berwick or Real Young Crip, there's two guys that are definitely disabled and have not let their disabilities limit them in any way, and they're still entertaining and stuff. So I mean,
Lord Triton.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
Lord Triton. What we're doing here is we're entertaining the audience. I know that's not what your fans are used to,
Jesus.
That's what we're doing here.
Have the debate. This is Nerdy John throwing the gauntlet down on our show.
Exactly.
Have the debate.
If this is, if afternoons won't work I will work with Triton and see if I can work out something. Maybe we can do a special or something earlier in the day or something. We'll try to maybe.
Is he real? Like JFA seems to think he's like super severely disabled. So apparently we should stop.
I don't know what I've done that would be in any way construed as.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
if he is actually disabled, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abby Blackbird says, my sister has been in a wheelchair her whole life and is mentally young and still raised kids alone, so excuses are dumb. Well, good for your sister, Helen Keller. Yeah.
Well,
Helen Keller would be proud. I'm trying to salvage this because it just got really serious for no reason.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was all supposed to be for some goofs.
Especially since this is all about a 2-second clip.
Well, here's what I will say on this whole thing about being disabled, whatever. Okay. If anybody goes after him because he's disabled and makes fun of any kind of disability, that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
But I've looked at this cat's channel, and
There we go. I made Abby laugh. We brought it back.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
and
That's no longer awkward. God damn it.
And he's made several videos about different people, and he has actually more subs than this channel has. So to me, I'm sorry, disabled or not, he's fair game, and
then Death Chicken, true to autistic form, Helen Keller is bullshit.
well, anyway. So,
Oh, JFA, hey JFA, if you have issue with what we said, if you take issue, hit us up on in general chat on the server. You can fill us in on the details of that. But anyways, we're just trying to be entertaining here. If he really does have a severe issue, obviously that's not funny. It's not like but like he's on the internet being a shithead. It's like, what do you want?
Yeah, he's on the
I don't even want to do a debate. I don't even want to do a debate, really.
Yeah. It's all good. All right, so let's. We got anything else, Nerdy John? You can have a good 4th of July. What are you doing this weekend or Monday?
Well, Monday, 4th of July celebration with family, of course. Have orientation for my new job the next day, so I'll probably hit the sack early that day. But tonight, I'm planning on doing a late night stream.
Okay.
There you go. How late you going?
I'm hoping to start at least around 10 or 11 my time, so it would probably be 11 or 12 for you guys.
Awesome. So our viewers after this show, you can go hit up Nerdy John later for his late night stream on his channel. Be there, be square. Anything else you got to plug, John? Anything coming up?
Oh yeah. I think what I'm actually going to be doing the Nerdy Live show tonight because Monday's a holiday, but Nerdy Live will officially be airing on Mondays because of my work schedule.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool deal.
You heard it here, folks.
But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe this channel right here, and subscribe to mine.
Awesome. Be there, be square. Thanks for being on, John.
Of course.
All right, see you later. Yeah. Cool. So, oops, I moved us. Let's see this. So, yeah, JFA is like, dude, all I'm saying is he's irrelevant. You're going to hurt your head trying to interview the kid because he's too difficult to listen to. He's not. Dude, did you hear that? Speaking of hurting your head, Matt Pitt in his podcast, it's now recording. I am fascinated with that show.
Yeah.
I'm truly like, it's beyond fascinating, that show. They had a guy on named the Oracle, and trying to decipher what the fuck that guy was saying was like, it was like code breaking.
He had some issues with Nerdy John too.
The Oracle? Oh my God, we're gonna have to have a show.
Yeah.
We really have to we're gonna have to get the Oracle, Lord Triton, and some of these other little guys on, and then maybe Matt Pitt for a crossover special. I don't know if you guys would be interested in a crossover of the Clears Mud and Now Recording. Put it in the comments.
But
thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah, I know what JF's saying. I've watched some of Triton's videos, and it's painful, but it was also, I laughed a lot too, because I don't know if he intentionally does it or not, but he'll make a statement, or he'll say this is a point of view or whatever it is, whatever. And then maybe 4 to 5 minutes later in the video, he contradicts his original point of view. I'm like, dude, do you not know that you're beating yourself up in your own video? But
yeah, that's the internet. Like the low rungs of where we are. I mean,
yeah. All right. Well, listen, it's July the 3rd. Some of you guys might have some family members to go hang out with. Maybe you got some beer, or maybe you got some,
I'm about to buy a big cooler, get some hot dogs, get some motherfucking, 6-packs of Modelo, have a party.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. But listen, guys, whatever you do, remember, be safe.
Be safe. Don't drive drunk.
Don't drive. Yeah, don't drink and drive, and don't.
But you can totally pop open what are they called? Bottle rockets, and then pour them into, make your own little fireworks there. Do that. Yeah, you can do that to your heart's content. If you're over the age of 18.
Listen, just don't blow any of your little piggies off, okay? So
I haven't lost any yet.
Yeah.
Made a quarter stick of dynamite with those, by the way. Oops. I'm just kidding.
Banana.
That's a joke. In Minecraft.
We're not Ethan Ralph. We're not Ethan Klein. We can't get away with that bullshit, man.
Woo! Okay.
Anyway, on that note, remember, guys, to keep your powder dry, and we'll see you in the funny papers.
Bye-bye.